Good evening to one and all. The life of the dead is placed in the memory of the living. It is said, old go to death, but the death comes to the young. It is a fact which is the most troublesome, and we all have to bear the pain of the irreparable loss which is created by the word death. The loss of friends is like losing a hand or a leg. Time may heal, but the anguish of the wound and the loss can't be replaced. September 1st, Friday, 2023, is a black day in the history of AL-HILAL and in many of our lives. This fateful day, the tragic accident which took place, broke the heart of everyone in AL-HILAL and the people of Bahrain and India. We lost 5 precious young, energetic, ever-smiling, talented, shining stars, and since then, every moment had been a painful journey for all of us. We all have gathered here to pay the homage for the departed souls and also to pray for the families, dear and near ones, who has witnessed the irreparable loss which has been caused by the tragedy. To have a reminder from the people that care for us that we are not alone is our grief is immeasurable. Despite our heavy hearts, your kindness and support are gentle reminders that love and hope still exist. We welcome all of you to this evening to pay the homage for the departed souls. We have our message from our directors of Badr Sama and AL-HILAL Group. We have them giving a video message for us. We will be playing it on the monitor right now. We will start with Mr. P.A. Mohammed, Managing Director, Badr Sama and AL-HILAL Group.
സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ, കഴിഞ്ഞ ആഴ്ച നമ്മുടെ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ നടന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഒരിക്കലും മറക്കാനാവാത്ത ഒരു ദാരുണമായ സംഭവമായി. നമ്മുടെ വളരെ ചെറുപ്പക്കാരായ 5 സ്റ്റാഫ് അംഗങ്ങൾ ഒരേ സമയത്ത് മരണപ്പെടുകയുണ്ടായി. ഒരു ജീവിതത്തിൽ തന്നെ മറക്കാനാവാത്തൊരു സംഭവം തന്നെയാണ് നമ്മുടെ AL-HILAL ഗ്രൂപ്പിലെ ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ അവരുടെ രക്ഷിതാക്കൾക്കും. എന്തു തന്നെയായാലും അവർ നമ്മെ വിട്ടു പിരിഞ്ഞു പോയി. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും വളരെയധികം ദുഃഖവും ഖേദവുമുണ്ട്. ഇനി നമുക്ക് അവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് മാത്രമാണ്. അതിലപ്പുറമൊന്നും നമുക്കിനി ചെയ്യാനില്ല. അവർ നമുക്ക് നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞു. കൂടാതെ നമ്മുടെ AL-HILAL ഗ്രൂപ്പിൻ്റെ ഭാഗത്ത് നിന്നും ഒരു ധനസഹായം നമ്മൾ നൽകുന്നുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ അവർക്ക് ഇൻഷുറൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉള്ള ആളുകളാണ് പലരും. ഇൻഷുറൻസ് സംഖ്യ എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ കിട്ടും, അത് എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ വാങ്ങിക്കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുമെന്നുള്ളതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഞങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ച് മാക്സിമം ഞങ്ങൾ അതിനു വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. കൂടാതെ ഒരു ഇൻഷുറൻസ് കിട്ടുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായി ഒരു അഡ്വക്കേറ്റിനെയും ഞങ്ങൾ അപ്പോയിൻമെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. അതെല്ലാം കിട്ടുന്ന പൈസയും മറ്റു പൈസകളൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങൾ അവരുടെ കുടുംബത്തിന് അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നതാണ്. എന്തായാലും ഈ നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട ഈ നമ്മുടെ അടുത്ത സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾക്ക് വേദനയോടെ നമ്മുടെ അനുസ്മരണത്തോടു കൂടി അവരുടെ വീട്ടിലുള്ള കുടുംബാംഗങ്ങൾക്കും എല്ലാം ദുഃഖവും രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഞാൻ പറയുകയാണ്. സംഭവിച്ചത് എന്തായാലും സംഭവിച്ചു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള സംഭവങ്ങൾ നടക്കാതിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി കുറച്ചും കൂടി നമ്മുടെ ബഹ്റൈനിലെ സ്റ്റാഫ് അംഗങ്ങൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കണം എന്നുകൂടി ഞാൻ ഓർമ്മപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം. സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ,
Thank you, Mr. P.A. Mohammed. Now we will hear from Mr. Abdul Latif, the Managing Director, Badr Sama Group and the AL-HILAL Group.
പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെ, കഴിഞ്ഞ ആഴ്ച ബഹ്റൈനിൽ നടന്ന കാർ അപകടത്തിൽ പൊലിഞ്ഞത് AL-HILAL കുടുംബത്തിലെ 5 സഹോദരങ്ങളാണ്. നമുക്കാർക്കും ഉൾക്കൊള്ളാൻ പറ്റാത്ത അതിദാരുണമായ ഒരു സംഭവമായി പോയി അത്. അതിൻ്റെ ഷോക്കിൽ നിന്ന് നിങ്ങളോ ഞാനോ ആരും ഇതുവരെ മുക്തരായിട്ടില്ല എന്ന് നമുക്കറിയാം. എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം? ഇനി നമുക്ക് അവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുവാനേ പറ്റും. അവരുടെ കുടുംബത്തിന് സംഭവിച്ച ആ നഷ്ടം അത് ആർക്കും നികത്താനോ പരിഹരിക്കാനോ പറ്റുന്നതല്ല. അവരുടെ കുടുംബത്തിന് അൽ-ഹിലാൽ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് നല്ല ഒരു ധനസഹായം അവരുടെ ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും കുടുംബത്തിന് ഇത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് എത്തിച്ച് നൽകുന്നതാണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇൻഷുറൻസിൽ നിന്ന് അവർക്ക് ലഭിക്കേണ്ട ആനുകൂല്യങ്ങൾ വാങ്ങിയെടുക്കാനുള്ള എല്ലാവിധ സംവിധാനങ്ങളും അഡ്വക്കേറ്റിനും ഒക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഒരുക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ വേർപെട്ടുപോയ നമ്മുടെ സഹോദരങ്ങളായ മഹേഷ്, ജഗത്, ഹൈത്തർ, സുമൻ, അഖിൽ എന്നിവരുടെ ആത്മാവിൻ്റെ ദൈവനിത്യശാന്തി നൽകട്ടെ. അവരുടെ കുടുംബത്തിന് അവരുടെ വേർപാട് താങ്ങാനുള്ള കരുത്ത് ദൈവം നൽകട്ടെ. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും നമ്മുടെ അൽ-ഹിലാൽ ഫാമിലിക്കും അവരുടെ വേർപാട് താങ്ങാനുള്ള കരുത്ത് ദൈവം നൽകട്ടെ എന്ന് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. മരണം ഒരു അനിവാര്യ സംഭവമാണ്. എല്ലാവരെയും ഇതുപോലെയുള്ള പെട്ടെന്നുള്ള അപകട മരണങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് ദൈവം കാത്തുരക്ഷിക്കുമാറാകട്ടെ. ഈ 5 പേരുടെയും ഓർമ്മകൾക്ക് മുമ്പിൽ ആദരാഞ്ജലികൾ അർപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Latif. We will hear from Mr. V.T. Vinod, Managing.
നമ്മുടെ സ്ഥാപനത്തിലെ 5 സഹപ്രവർത്തകർ അപ്രതീക്ഷിതമായി നമ്മളെ വിട്ടുപിരിഞ്ഞതിൽ ഹൃദയഭേദകമായ വേദന അനുഭവിച്ചു. എല്ലാവരും കൂടി നമ്മെ നല്ല ഒരു ദിവസം കൂട്ടായി ആഘോഷിച്ച് തിരിച്ചു വരുമ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടായ ദുരന്തം നമ്മളെയൊക്കെ വേദനിപ്പിച്ചു. അവരുടെ ആത്മാവിന് വേണ്ടി നമുക്ക് ഒരുമിച്ച് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കാം. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ അൽ-ഹിലാൽ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ എല്ലാവിധ സഹായങ്ങളും അവരുടെ കുടുംബത്തിനുണ്ടാവുന്നതാണ്. ഇത്രയേ ഇപ്പോൾ പറയാനുള്ളൂ.
Thank you, Mr. V.T. Vinod. Dr. Sharat Chandran, our dear Honorable CEO of Al-Hilal. Doctor, words cannot express the pivotal role, the father figure you have taken after this tragedy. Sleepless nights, tiring long days, running from pillar to pole to get things sorted out. He never forgot to comfort us, console us, and the heavy burden you carry on your shoulder sometimes makes you weary and tired, we know. We pray that Almighty will give you more strength to carry this through. I call upon Dr. Sharat Chandran to share us a few words.
My dear colleagues, respected dignitaries, above all, the whole set of people in the Kingdom of Bahrain who has stood by us in this tiring and extremely painful moments. When I stand here, I am running short of any words because those were not just employees to everybody here at Al-Hilal Healthcare Group. They were not just colleagues. They were our friends. They were our family. Their families were dear to us. Their emotions were dear to us. Their actions were dear to us. Above all, their smiles were extremely dear to us. Today, when we look back, there are a lot of memories, but I think what stands apart or what we should all be thinking is the unfortunate day when this happened. They all had very beautiful smiles on their faces when we saw them. Very beautiful smiles. They were taking photographs. The videos have not even moved away from our memories. Their beautiful smiles. We, when I say we, the entire family of Al-Hilal Healthcare Group, we had more than 1,200 people sharing a feast with them. That is nothing less than any kind of happiness that we can think about for them in their memories. They were extremely fabulous human beings. At this moment, I think we'll stop for the prayers to complete. Death is inevitable. This is not something which anybody can take away. Each of us have to go through this path. But those memories, what they have gifted us, will stay with us forever, for time immemorial. On the same note, I would like to thank the entire governance of the Kingdom of Bahrain. My respect and gratitude to the officials of the Indian Embassy. We have received a lot of condolence messages from very senior officials who really expected that Al-Hilal is a part of their family. To name a few, His Excellency Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, the chairman of the Supreme Council of Health, had personally sent a condolence message. Her Excellency Dr. Jalila Al Sayed Jawad Hassan, the respected Health Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain, Dr. Mariam Al Jalama, the CEO of National Health Regulatory Authority, Mr. Ahmed Al Haiki, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare, and a lot more. At the same time, I would also like to thank one set of people who really made sure that this journey from death to reach their families is the Bahrain Kerala Social Forum. I would like to personally thank on behalf of everybody here at the Al-Hilal family that what you all have done is beyond words of any level of gratitude. My extreme gratitude to them. We also received condolence messages from His Excellencies, the ambassadors of Thailand. The representatives are here too. We also received condolence messages from the ambassador of Malaysia, the ambassador of Indonesia, the ambassador of Pakistan. This is to name a few, but I am sure today we have gathered here to show our respects and solidarity towards the set of people who are here. This family will be dear to us. We have, as you heard from our beloved managing directors, we will be doing the best possible financial aid. We are also contemplating on the possibilities if anybody in their families could be given employment at Al-Hilal. I have heard a few messages. We would always be extremely happy to have any kind of support to them. I am extremely running short of words because they're all there in my heart. Thank you to everybody. Thank you.
I call upon our financial controller, Mr. C.A. Sahal Jamaluddin, to share a few words with us.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, the managing directors have shared their condolences. Dr. Sharad Chandra, the CEO of Al-Hilal, he has shared his condolences. कहते हैं कि ज़िंदगी लंबी नहीं, बड़ी होनी चाहिए. It is not necessary that life should be long, rather it should be great. My beloved colleagues, Mahesh, Suman, Gaidar, Jagat, and Akhil, You all had a great life. You might have a millions to celebrate your life, but hold at least 100 to cry for you on your death. My dear colleagues, you have a million to cry for you at your dismissal. कहते हैं कि हर बातचीत पे हार जाओ, ज़िंदगी जीत जाओगे. कहते हैं कि हर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स पे हार जाओ, ज़िंदगी जीत जाओगे. You all have won your life. You all have won our hearts. Those were our 5 best men in all terms. I don't know what to say. Really heartbroken to stand in front of you. Being a believer, it is bestowed on us to believe every incident, whether good or bad, is the fate of the Almighty. And every incident at the end will have a positive note. Probably the Almighty would have greeted them to the heavenly life at the soonest. That's what I'm trying to console myself. September 1st, 2023 will remain as the darkest day in the history of Al-Hilal. And in honor of these 5 best men of Al-Hilal, we declare that first Friday of every September from hereafter will be seen as the Black Friday of Al-Hilal. 1st of September 2023 started with a lot of noise. We all smiled together, we all danced together, we all sung together. But it ended with an immense silence. By 10 p.m., I was exiting from the banquet hall. I reached home, took a shower, had a small dinner, was too tired, was about to go to bed. By 11:30, I got a call saying, "Sir, Mahesh's car has met with an accident." The reply I gave him was, "I hope he is out of any injury." Who on the earth will expect such a tragic disaster will happen on that night? A couple of minutes later, I got another call saying that our team is at the spot, but they are not been allowed to enter there. The police has completely sealed the spot. The third call I received was an ambulance from Salmania has came to the spot and they have collected the remains. Still, I was pacifying my mind saying that they might have taken to the emergency. And the fourth call, when I was about to start to Salmania, it was they have been taken to the mortuary. In a fraction of a second, the life of entire 800 employees of Al-Hilal changed. The life of entire families of Al-Hilal employees changed. And it's really heartbroken. The last memory with these 5 best men, the last program which was hosted in the banquet hall was the tug of war. Mahesh was right there in front as an organizer in the tug of war competition. I still remember he was the guy who was giving the whistle to start the match. Suman and others were the participants to pull the tug. This was the last memory. I'm peaceful for one thing. In the midst of all the busy schedule happened in that day, I could find time to offer a shake hand to all these 5 men and to give my Onam wishes to them. I regret I could have given a tight hug to each one of them. Who knew this was the last day which they are dancing for? at least I can pacify, at least I can pacify you, saying that it was not the Onam 2023 which was being hosted over there. It was the send-off party to our best men, our respected colleagues, my beloved brothers. What happened soon after the dismissal was really miracle, dramatic. By 6 a.m. in the morning, all the families were informed of the heartbreaking news. Few of them were collapsed. We did be fortunate to arrange approvals from all the regulatory authorities with the support of community leaders. BKSF played a prominent role in that. The incident happened at Friday night, and by Saturday evening, the settlement dues of all the 5 employees were in their nominees' account. We didn't leave any chance which can delay the process of getting the remains of the deceased back to India. All the employees of AL-HILAL played a wonderful job in getting this plan executed. We also sent our employees as bystanders with the remains of the deceased. And the stories and experience they bring back from India, it's really painful. To quote few, the mother of Jagat, she was actually in a chat with Jagat just before he got into the car. The last message he sent to his mother was, "Amma, njan kaarilana, baaki videosum photosum njan roomil ettiyittu ayanchu tharam." And probably an hour later, probably 30 minutes later, this incident would have happened. It's really sad. Last 1 week, we don't know how the days are getting passed. In the hospital, in each one of the employees' heart, in each one of the employees' face, we can see that gloominess, we can see that sorrowness. They were not just the employees of AL-HILAL, they were a part of our family. Dear Mahesh, Akhil, Suman, Jagat, and Gaidar, we miss you. And we really do. Hope this is the best of the farewell we can give you. Inshallah, we have taken all the steps where we can render our helping hand to the families of the deceased. All their benefits have been already been given to them. On above, we are thinking of an amount as a compensation which we can give to the families. Any other dues in terms of insurance or anything, our team is working on that. And on behalf of the family, the management of AL-HILAL will do for them. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm running out of words and I don't know what to say, but who knows them better than the colleagues and the people who spend the time most with them? I call upon Mr. Tony Matthew, the branch head for Rifa, who used to be the branch head for Gator before in Salmabad, to share his experiences and the love he shared with Gator.
Good evening to you all. I never thought I had to give a condolence message of any of my colleagues ever in my life. But here I am, losing 5 of our colleagues right after having a wonderful time with them. To be frank, I had worked with all the 5, not just Gaida. When I joined, Suman was into housekeeping, and when I was in operations, I used to work pretty close with him. Then comes Gaida, then comes, even before Gaida, Jagat. He used to visit my accommodation frequently. We used to have chit chats. Then I was moved to Salmabad. There comes Gaida. Almost 2.5 years. He always tells, "You're not my admin, you're my brother." Yes, he was my brother. Not like any other colleagues. We used to go for dinners, we used to go for movies. Whatever program, last year also when there was a sports, there was a badminton, I was playing with him. After all this while, on this Friday, last year we had to split. He moved to Maharak, then I had to move to Rufa. He met me on the Friday, on the event. He told me, "I miss you, brother," and then he hugged me. I wish I would have told him I miss him too. Didn't know that I was really gonna miss him. Not just me, I'm sure everybody have the same opinions about these guys. I never ever thought that I had to accompany my brother's body to Kerala and then hand it over to the sorrowing family and then pacify them. Everybody near the house, near the family, even the auto rickshaw drivers were telling, these guys were too good. I don't know why God called them so early. Then he also quoted, yes, God called his loved ones early. The gap these guys have left out is immense. I'm actually going out of words. All I could say is, I think this is the hardest wake-up call for everyone, to tell your loved ones that you love them. Tell the people you miss that you miss them. If you are angry with someone, if you are in a fight with someone, sort it out, because you never know what's God's plan. I definitely wish I had few more good times with these guys. At this moment, I want to request everyone's prayer for the families. In Gaidaskar's, his wife, Leah Paul, his father, Mr. George PJ, and his mother, Sheila, and his 2 sisters. Same goes to all the families of Akhil, Jagat, Suman, Mahesh. I want to thank all of you for coming in here today and joining us this prayer time. Let us keep all of their families in prayer. Thank you.
I call upon Mr. Jafar Mohammed, the reception and front desk colleague of Gather in Salmabad.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. ربما كنا ننتظر بعد أشهر أو بعد سنوات أن نقيم حفلاً لوداع صديق، زميل عمل، أخ، لإقامة حفل وداع له إن أراد العودة إلى بلاده لبدء حياة جديدة. لكن اليوم للأسف أقف هنا حفل تأبين، دعاء إلى صديق عزيز عملت له معه آخر 5 سنوات. أنا اليوم متحدثاً عن أخي وصديقي جيدر جورج. كان مثالاً للموظف المثابر المجتهد، حتى أنه استطاع بعد أيام بسيطة أو أشهر بسيطة من بدء عملنا في فرع سلماباد في عام 2018 حتى أن يصبح موظف أو مسؤول التأمين والموافقات. كان مثالاً للموظف المجتهد المثابر المحبوب، حتى كسب قلوبنا وقلوب مراجعينا. في كثير من الأوقات كنت أجد معه مراجعين يتبادلون أطراف الحديث عن أمور أيضاً حياتية، من أين أنت وإلى آخره. رأيت في الأيام الماضية بعد الحادث الأليم بعض المراجعين يسألونني إن كان المفقودين الأعزاء من فرعنا أو من فرع آخر، فكنت أجيبهم أن هناك أخ عزيز قضيت معه ما يقارب 4 سنوات مع بعض. يقولون لي نعم نعرفه، فعندما رأينا الصور في صفحات السوشيال ميديا أنه كان هنا في سلماباد، كان يبادلنا الضحكات والابتسامات، كان خدوما جدا. وعندما كنت للأسف أتصفح في كثير من الصفحات الإخبارية التي نشرت صور المفقودين الأعزاء، رأيت تعليقاً لشخص يقول The person in the middle, he mean Gader photo. I just deal with him a few days ago. He was kind, he was helpful. Really, it's big loss for us. لا أنسى أيضاً عندما كان موجوداً في قسم الموافقات والتأمين. Always, if I call him anytime, Gader, I need this case approval. Can I give? He said, just give, or don't give, or just give partially. He has this much confidence كان موظفا مثل ما أسلفت، مثابرا مجدا مجتهدا. كنا نتصل فيه في أي لحظة يرد على الهاتف، وبعد ساعات يأتي إلى العمل في وقته. He is always coming on time. Always I'm asking him, together just before 1 hour I call you. This was your break time, your lunch time. You answered me. And again you came on time. You have to take some rest, really. You have to take some rest. We can handle it. You can't come later. He is always coming before time and leaving after time. كان بحضوره نشعر if he is in a duty, I feel someone in my back. He is always finishing his work and also helping us in billing section. He has multitasking. كان بحضوره نشعر بالأمان، بأن أحدا سيكون بجانبنا يكمل مهامه ويساعدنا في مهامنا الأخرى. مرت الأيام مسرعة وخطفت. تابعت بأسف مراسيم الجنازة في يوم إجازتي، كان يوم الثلاثاء الماضي. يعني كان شيء مؤلم جدا. His family crying in vernal ceremony, his wife, really. عائلته، زوجته، والدته وأباه أعرفهم بالصور. كان كثيرا ما ينشر صورا لهم. إنه شيء عليم صدق. أسأل الله أن يرحمه برحمته ويلهم أهله وأهله وذويه الصبر والسلوان. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
I call upon Dr. Jayashree, consultant radiologist from Moharak, to share a few words about Mr. Akhil Raghu.
It's kind of hard. Good evening. I'm grateful for all your presence. As we gather to honor the life of our beloved friends, Mahesh, Akhil, Gaidar, Jagat, and Soman. I'm grateful to the management, to the administration, to the nursing team, and every single individual and the organization who, in spite of being terribly broken, stood up solid, steady, strong in handling this crisis in the best possible way it could be done. We appreciate your efforts and hard work, and we hold you in our prayers with thankfulness. My prayers to the bereaved family, friends, relatives, the kith and kin, and their close associates. My prayers to all of us who are healing here. Each one of these gentlemen have touched us in many ways. Each one of us have chapters and chapters of stories to share on how they influenced our lives. They brought moments of happiness and celebration. They had helped us at work. They helped us at personal levels. More than workmates, they were real close friends and family to us. With these unfading memories, flashing obsessively, setting me up in rumination sleeplessly for all these nights. With such a hardened rock, with a broken heart, I stand here to present the eulogy for Akhil. Akhil. Very smart, handsome, cool, smiling, brilliant, witty, mischievous, kind, loving, and helpful. These are just a few words that cropped up in my mind when I thought about his name. He was beautiful. I don't think anyone described the male as beautiful, but he was beautiful, very beautiful soul indeed. He was a radiology technician and came into our department 6 months ago on February 13 as a shy, timid guy. With time, he polished himself to become one of the best and the most reliable staff of the department. He never wore a watch. He never looked into the clock. At any crisis, he was always there for us. He didn't seem like he was 6 months old in the department. He looked, felt, acted more mature, experienced, and more responsible. He was willing to learn and teach. He just came only as an X-ray technician, but with time, he learned all that could possibly be done. He learned all CT in no time, and in fact, he was teaching the rest of the people. He was not only doctor's favorite, he was a very favorite person of our department and the hospital as well. Apart from being perfect at work, he was so interested in arts, and we all came to know only during this Onam celebration, and he was extremely into dancing and singing. And he was a star this Onam, and he did prove his multi-talents. He had great dreams. He planned a great marriage, great life, great home, back home. And it's so unfortunate that he left us so soon and young. I cannot really forget the last moments that I shared with him. Previously, it was all more professional, but before the Onam, we had this cultural event and all that, and he was the one who pulled me into one of his dances, and I told him I'm not doing this, and he was so mischievous. He set me up in a way that I couldn't escape. That was the love that he had for me personally. And he gave us loads and loads of memories to carry forward. He was enthusiastic he was encouraging to everybody in the department. He was very enthusiastic. His enthusiasm, his broad, bright smile will be never forgotten. Akhil, I will never forget you. The last moments, the memories, the payasam that you came and gave me on the stage. How can I forget? As I conclude, I really wanted to share a small poem that came as a foreword. It really touched me. It really made me cry a lot. It really made me kind of go through the healing process. It's just a small piece of poem from a book called Drive Without Music. It says, I am not resigned to the shutting away of the loving hearts in the hard ground. Into the darkness they go, the wise and the lonely. Down, down, down into the darkness they fade. Gently they go, the beautiful, the tender, the kind. Quietly they go, the intelligent, the witty, and the brave. I know, but I do not approve. And I'm not resigned. And quietly they go into an eternal sleep. Love you guys. Thanks, everybody.
I call upon Mr. Nutipat, the Deputy Chief of Mission, Thai Embassy, to share a few words with us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very pleased to attend the ceremony tonight with all of you. Last week, when we have learned the tragic incident, we was very shocked and very saddened for the loss of the grateful life, the member of AL-HILAL family. The Thai embassy and Thai community has very close contact and cooperation with AL-HILAL group for many years. we have done so many activities for our people, our community here in Bahrain, together a lot. Even myself, I was admitted at this hospital twice by myself. I have been received very good service from all of the doctor and staff here, and I cannot forget it. On behalf of the Thai Embassy and Thai community in Bahrain, I would like to express my deep, sincere condolence to all of their family, friends, administrative of AL-HILAL, and colleagues at the AL-HILAL. Wishing them rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I call upon Mr. Francis Kaidarathu, Chairman, Bahrain Media City.
Dignitaries on and off the dais, staff and management at AL-HILAL, ladies and gentlemen. Last Friday, approximate 11:45, we all received the shocking news. These 5 young chaps left for their heavenly abode. After grand celebration of Onam, it was happened really unforgettable for the entire community in the kingdom. Dear friends, we are all comes from God, and we have to return one day. Only thing we don't know that day. So better let us be ready for the heavenly call. I pray to the Almighty God for their souls rest in eternal peace. On behalf of IMAC, Bahrain Media City, I would like to express deepest sympathy and condolences to their family members, to the entire family at AL-HILAL Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I call upon Mr. Jalal Chemben, President, Malappuram Jilla Pravasi Association.
Dignitaries, brothers and sisters and staff of AL-HILAL Hospital, with the dignitaries' permission, let me to speak in Malayalam to convey my feeling in its own way. പ്രിയമുള്ളവരെ, ഇവിടെ നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ മാനസികമായിട്ട് വല്ലാത്തൊരു അസ്വസ്ഥത തോന്നുകയാണ്. എൻ്റെ മകൻ ഈ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിലാണ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഷാഹിദ് ജലാൽ. രാത്രി 2 മണിക്ക് എന്നെ വിളിച്ചിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, ഉപ്പ മഹേഷേട്ടൻ പോയി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് പൊട്ടിക്കരയുകയായിരുന്നു. യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ എന്നെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം അത് ഏറ്റവും വലിയൊരു ഷോക്കായിരുന്നു ആ ഒരു ഇത്. കാരണം അവന് ആ സമയത്ത് ആ ഒരു ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ എനിക്ക് പാസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോലുമുള്ള കപ്പാസിറ്റി അവനില്ലായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ നാട്ടിൽ എൻ്റെ ഭാര്യയെ വിളിച്ച ആ സമയത്ത് തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു, ഇങ്ങനെ മഹേഷേട്ടൻ മരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ, ആക്സിഡൻറ്റിൽ മരണപ്പെട്ടു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ ഭാര്യ പൊട്ടിക്കരയാണ് ആ സമയത്ത്. കാരണം ഹിലാൽ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിലെ ഈ സ്റ്റാഫുകൾ തമ്മിലുള്ള ഒരു ആത്മബന്ധം. ഷാഹിദ് ജലാൽ എപ്പോഴും എന്നോട് പറയും, എല്ലാ കാര്യത്തിലും എന്നെ മഹേഷേട്ടനാണ് സഹായിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. എന്ത് സംശയമുണ്ടെങ്കിലും ഏത് സമയത്താണെങ്കിലും എപ്പോഴും. ഞാൻ യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞതിന് ശേഷം 2-3 ദിവസം അവൻ്റെ ഒരു മാനസിക നില ശരിയാക്കുവാനുള്ള ശ്രമത്തിലായിരുന്നു ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. കാരണം ഒരു ഡിപ്രഷനിലേക്ക് പോയ ഒരു സാഹചര്യമായിരുന്നു. തൊണ്ണൂറ്റി ഞാൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് മോർച്ചറിയിൽ സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തകൻ എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ കയറുന്നത്. 2023 ഈ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സഹോദരങ്ങളുടെ 5 പേരുടെയും മൃതദേഹങ്ങൾ ഒരുമിച്ച് കാണുമ്പോഴുണ്ടായ ആ ഒരു വല്ലാത്തൊരു സാഹചര്യമുണ്ടല്ലോ. അതുമാത്രമല്ല, ഞാൻ ഹിലാൽ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൻ്റെ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിനെ അഭിനന്ദിക്കാനും ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇത്ര എളുപ്പം, കാരണം ഒരുപാട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ICRF ചെയർമാൻ ഡോക്ടർ ബാബു രാമചന്ദ്രൻ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ VK തോമസ് സാർ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ബഷീർ അമ്പല ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, ഒരുപാട് നിരവധി ആളുകൾ ഇവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അവർക്കൊക്കെ അറിയാം ഇത്രയും എളുപ്പം കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യാൻ ഒരു മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിന് ഇത്തരം പ്രയാസങ്ങൾ വരുമ്പോൾ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റുകൾ വളരെ എളുപ്പമായിട്ട് അത് ചെയ്തു കൊടുക്കുന്ന മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് വളരെ കുറവാണ്. പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സഹൽ സംസാരിച്ചതുപോലെ ശനിയാഴ്ച പോലും ഇരുന്ന് അവർ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ആ ഗഡ്സ് എല്ലാം നമുക്കറിയാം. ഞാൻ അഭിനന്ദിക്കുകയല്ല, ഞാനിവിടുത്തെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട CEO ഡോക്ടർ ശരത്തിനോടും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട സഹലിനോടും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട ആസിഫ് ഭായിയോടും ഒക്കെ നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. കാരണം ഇത്രയും എളുപ്പം ഇത് ബഹ്റൈനിൽ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരു മാതൃകാപരമായിട്ടുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനമാണ് ഹിലാൽ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൻ്റെ ഭാഗത്തു നിന്ന് ഈ കുടുംബങ്ങളോട്, ഈ 5 കുടുംബങ്ങളോട് നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്ത കാരുണ്യം. എൻ്റെ മകനും ഇവിടെയാണ് ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടുത്തെ ഡയറക്ടേഴ്സിൻ്റെ സംസാരത്തിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി, എൻ്റെ കുടുംബത്തേക്കാൾ സുരക്ഷിതമാണ് ഹിലാൽ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നത് ഇവിടെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതും എനിക്ക് തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഈ സമയത്ത് ഒരുപാട് ഓർമ്മകൾ സമ്മാനിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മെ വിട്ടുപിരിഞ്ഞു പോയ ഈ സഹോദരങ്ങളുടെ ഓർമ്മകൾക്ക് മുമ്പിൽ ബാഷ്പാഞ്ജലികൾ അർപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
I call upon Dr. Babu Ramachandran, Chairman ICRF, to share a few words with us.
Good evening. CEO of the AL-HILAL Group, Dr. Sharath, all people, family members of the AL-HILAL Group and family, brothers and sisters. The past few messages that I heard reflects the great contribution, the glowing tributes for the 5 deceased sons of the AL-HILAL family. It pains me, it pains all of us. Death is inevitable, but when it comes at the unexpected moments, it really shakes all of us. They say that death is a great leveler, and it's a playing field in which no one can say anything. I must really appreciate the AL-HILAL management led by Sharath for doing things so quickly to repatriate them and being strong at this time. The loss of loved ones is indeed painful and very difficult to overcome. I will leave prayers on behalf of the whole team and family of the Indian Community Relief Fund. I pray to the Almighty to give the strength to the families of the deceased and the families of the great AL-HILAL group to tide over this unexpected phase in their lives. Time may erase something because memories are like that. But the legacies these 5 youngsters, smart brilliant youngsters, have laid here will live on forever. God bless you all. May their souls rest in peace. Thank you.
I call upon Mr. Bashir Ambalai, partner, BKSF.
All the guests, AL-HILAL Healthcare CEO Dr. Sharath, all the management leaders, Mr. Asif, all the staff. Better for me to talk our motherland, Malayalam.
പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവരെ, ഇന്നിവിടെ ഞാൻ സംസാരിക്കുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് ഇവിടെ സംസാരിക്കേണ്ടത് ശ്രീ നജീബ് കടലായി ആയിരുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് കടുത്ത തലവേദന ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ടാണ് അദ്ദേഹം ഇന്നിവിടെ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യാതിരുന്നത്. അദ്ദേഹം അത് പ്രത്യേകം പറയാനും ഇവിടെ അർപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈ അത്യാഹിതം സംഭവിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ സമയത്ത് തന്നെ ആസിഫുമായി, ഡോക്ടർ ശരത്തുമായി നജീബ് കടലായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് അവിടെ എത്തുകയും പുലർച്ചെ ഈ ഒരു വിവരം ബഹ്റൈൻ കേരള സോഷ്യൽ ഫോറത്തിൻ്റെ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി ഹെൽപ്പ് ലൈൻ വളണ്ടിയേഴ്സ് ടീമിൽ ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുകയും നമ്മുടെ ഭാഗത്ത് നിന്ന് ഏത് രീതിയിൽ വേണം നല്ല രീതിയിൽ കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ഈ 5 നമ്മുടെ സഹോദരന്മാരെയും നാട്ടിൽ എത്തിക്കേണ്ടത് എന്നുള്ളതിൻ്റെ ഒരു കോർഡിനേഷൻ അവിടെ തന്നെ എടുത്തു. അൽ-ഹിലാൽ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റുമായി സംസാരിച്ച് നമ്മുടെ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഇന്ത്യൻ എംബസി ഫസ്റ്റ് സെക്രട്ടറി ഇജാസ് നേരത്തെ തന്നെ അങ്ങോട്ട് വിളിക്കാതെ ഞങ്ങളെ ബന്ധപ്പെടുകയും അതേപോലെ തന്നെ പബ്ലിക് പ്രോസിക്യൂഷനായാലും CID ആയാലും അതിനൊക്കെ ഏത് രീതിയിൽ ഇത് നമുക്ക് എളുപ്പം ചെയ്തു തീർക്കാൻ കഴിയുമെന്നുള്ളത് മനസ്സിലാക്കിക്കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഓരോ കാര്യങ്ങളും ശ്രീ നജീബിൻ്റെ മേൽനോട്ടത്തിൽ ഞങ്ങളത് വളരെ എളുപ്പം സാധിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള മുന്നോട്ടുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളാണ് നടത്തിയത്. നിങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം, ബഹ്റൈൻ കേരള സോഷ്യൽ ഫോറം ബഹ്റൈനിലെ എല്ലാ സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തകരും, ആതുരാലയങ്ങളും, ബിസിനസ്സുകാരും, മീഡിയകളും എല്ലാവരും ഒരുമിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വിവരങ്ങളും അതാത് സമയങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു തീർക്കുന്ന ഒരു കൂട്ടായ്മയാണ്. ഇതൊരു സംഘടനയല്ല. ആ കൂട്ടായ്മയിൽ നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങൾക്കും എളുപ്പമാക്കുവാൻ വേണ്ടി ഈ ഒരു വിഷയത്തിൽ വളരെ പെട്ടെന്ന് തന്നെ, കാരണം ഈ 5 വിയോഗങ്ങളും ഉള്ള ഒരു പ്രത്യേക സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ മന്ത്രാലയത്തിൽ നിന്നും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഹെൽത്ത് മിനിസ്ട്രിയിൽ നിന്നും എംബസിയിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ പ്രത്യേക ഒരു പരിഗണന ഇതിന് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നാട്ടിലും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇവരുടെ വീടുകളിലൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങളുടെ പ്രതിനിധികളിൽ എല്ലാ സഹായത്തിനുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഓരോ വിവരങ്ങളും കോർഡിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്തതിനനുസരിച്ച് എളുപ്പം തീർക്കുകയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ഓരോ സമയത്തും, അതായത് ഈ മോർച്ചറിയിൽ മൃതദേഹങ്ങൾ എടുത്തു വെക്കേണ്ട സമയത്ത് കാലത്ത് തന്നെ എത്തുകയും അത് മുകളിൽ ഡ്രസ്സ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് സുബൈർ, അതേപോലെ തന്നെ മനോജ് വടകര, നമ്മുടെ കാസിം പാടത്തുകായിൽ, അൻവർ ശൂരനാട്, അങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട് ഞങ്ങളുടെ വളണ്ടിയേഴ്സ് നേതൃത്വം കൊടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് താഴത്തെ ആയാലും മേലെ ആയാലും അതെങ്ങനെ ക്രോഡീകരിച്ച് ആർക്കും ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടില്ലാത്ത രീതിയിൽ മോർച്ചറിയിൽ സംവിധാനം ഒരുക്കണമെന്നുള്ളതൊക്കെ തീർത്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ പ്രത്യേക ഒരു പരിഗണനയോട് തന്നെയാണ് ഈ ഒരു വിഷയത്തിൽ അവിടെ എത്തിച്ചേർന്ന നിങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെ കാണാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞത്. തീർച്ചയായും നമ്മുടെ ഈ സഹോദരങ്ങൾ നമ്മളെ ഈ ബഹ്റൈനിലെ ജീവിതത്തിന് ഇടയിൽ, ഞാൻ ഏകദേശം 38 വർഷമായി, 2-3 ഇങ്ങനത്തെ അത്യാഹിതങ്ങളാണ് സംഭവിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. വളരെ കാലത്തിന് ശേഷം സംഭവിച്ചു പോയി, അതൊക്കെ ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ ഓരോ നിമിത്തമാണ് എന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കുകയും ഇനിയുള്ള നമ്മുടെയൊക്കെ പ്രവാസ ജീവിതഘട്ടത്തിൽ നമ്മളും ചില കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ വളരെ കെയർ ചെയ്യണമെന്നും കൂടി ഈ ഒരു അവസരത്തിൽ എനിക്ക് പറയുവാനുണ്ട്. എന്തായാലും ആ കുടുംബത്തിന് നിത്യശാന്തി നൽകിക്കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ
എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയത്തിലൂന്നി BKSF വേണ്ടിയും എൻ്റെ വ്യക്തിപരമായി പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചു നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
I call upon Mr. Amarnath Rai, President of Kannada Sangha, Bahrain.
Dear AL-HILAL family, dignitaries and friends. Death is inevitable, but we were really saddened to know the tragic incident that took place on 1st of September that took 5 young lives to Lord's abode. On behalf of Kannada Sangha Bahrain, I pray to the Almighty to give them, to their families, courage and strength to bear the irreparable loss. And may their departed soul rest in eternal peace forever. Om Shanti.
I call upon Ms. Ebtisam. She is the PRO for AL-HILAL Hospital.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا اليوم جيت أساند إخواني وخواتي باسمهم باسمي، أساندهم في المصيبة اللي صابتنا. إحنا اليوم افتقدنا 5 من أحب ناس إلينا، فصعب علينا. إخواني اللي جاوا اليوم وقفوا هني وتكلموا قالوا اللي كنت أبي أقوله ما في يعني زود، بس في شيء بقوله. هم انقطعوا عن عملهم لكن ما راح ينقطع ذكراهم، راح نتذكرهم كل يوم، نتذكر طيبهم ومعاملتنا معاهم، فيرقدون بسلام إن شاء الله.
I call upon Ms. Meera Ravi, Editor, Salam Bahrain Media.
It is such a sad occasion that all of us should be gathered here. The AL-HILAL Hospital is a community nerve center. We all have such fond memories of having gathered in the same place for Ramadan iftars and for get-togethers, where I'm sure we all unknowingly or knowingly met the 5 departed young men. Friends, we all leave our home countries and we come here because we want to. Is there a problem there? Oh, somebody has fainted. Okay. That's okay. Let them go in. It is very hot, so I will keep myself brief. We all leave our home countries and we come with so many hopes and dreams, and death is the last thing we expect in this wonderful island. Unfortunately, it so happened that these 5 young men met their end in the cruelest way possible, but after a celebration with all their friends, leaving so many wonderful memories. On behalf of all of you, I would like to pay a small homage, a tribute to the AL-HILAL family in the form of a prayer for the souls of the 5 young men who passed away. This is a poem on the eternity of life, as mentioned by, as written by Dr. Annie Besant, the famous spiritual theosophist. It says, "O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature, O hidden love, embracing all in oneness, may all who feel themselves as one with thee, just as you and I, those of us who know them and those of us who have only heard of them through this tragedy, we all feel one with these 5 young men. May all who feel themselves as one with thee know that they are therefore one with every other. Our souls are united in prayer and love for the everlasting peace of these 5 young men and for condolences for their family. Om Shanti.
I kindly request all of you have water, please, because it's very humid, so that we keep ourselves hydrated. Thank you, ma'am. I call upon Mrs. Sharada Ajit, President, Ladies Association, Bahrain.
Hello everyone. When I heard about this news and when I was reading something and I saw this boy's picture, I just sent a message to Bharat in AL-HILAL, and is it true? Bharat said, yeah ma'am, we are all devastated. From his note, and after coming here and hearing all these people saying about them, and seeing their faces also, they are so innocent looking boys, and I have seen them and they have done so much for our Indian Ladies Association also. So I feel really sad, and I don't know how to express how, if we feel sad, how the people in AL-HILAL who has worked with them all these years, how they would have felt. I express my deepest condolences on behalf of Indian Ladies Association, and may their souls rest in peace. Thank you.
I call upon Mr. Vijay, Telangana Jagrati Association, to share a few words with us.
Om Shanti. On behalf of Telangana Jagrati Association, my deepest condolences to all entire AL-HILAL family. And we are in touch with Telangana government, and we are ready to help and give possible help, extended help from the Telangana government. And Om Shanti. Thank you.
I call upon Ms. Kubra to pay her homage to Mr. Jagat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يحزنني ويصعب علي الحديث عن زميلي الراحل فقيد قلوبنا جميعا جقت. لم نرى من المغفور له إلا حسن الخلق والهمة في العمل، ولم تكن الابتسامة تفارقه، بشوش الوجه، ويدل على حسن تربيته. سنظل على الدوام نحتفظ بأفضل الذكرى عنه وعن جهوده وإسهاماته لارتقاء بالعمل والروح الإيجابية التي كان يتعامل بها، والتي جعلناها محط إعجابنا به وتقديرنا ومحبنا جميعا. وبهذه المناسبة الأليمة لا يسعني إلا الدعاء لفقيدنا بالمغفرة، وأتوجه بأحرى التعازي لأسرته، وأن يلهمهم بالصبر والسلوان. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
Miss Sarah will speak for Jagat. Greetings to everyone who are gathered here in this service. My name is Sarah and I worked alongside of Jagat. I stand here on behalf of all the front desk executives in AL-HILAL Muharrat branch to remember our dear Jagu. Yet I also like to mention our dear brothers Gaita, Mahesh, Agil and Suman, with whom we share daily acquaintances with. No amount of words, however I arrange or rearrange, can make up for the loss we are in. My work involved me to communicate with Jagat and Gator on a daily basis. I believe it is the same for all the front desk executives. They all agree to the fact that they knew much more than us. The kind of calmness and confidence that Jagat portrayed, along with being jovial and fun at the same time, has always mesmerized me. I remember how in the initial days in this organization, even at a counter full of staffs, I always used to run to Jagat for any kind of inquiry, and in midst of a busy crowd, Jagat always made sure that he helped us, and always with a smile. He was not only a dedicated staff, but a loving brother to all of us. The kind of service he portrayed, whether he was at the reception or during customer service, was always on top. Apart from the professional life, I knew he enjoyed a small talk or long talk with the friends and colleagues. Sure, we all spent more time in this organization with our family, so definitely we all have found a brother in dear Jagu. Jagat was patient and kind enough to train his staffs alongside of him. His smile will never fade. Actions speak louder than words, so definitely the actions were so profound of their actions were so profound in this organization, even though they weren't so loud in their words. I stand here also on behalf of Jagat's close friends, namely Manori, Ranjana, Aishabi, who was all devastated while they heard the news of him. Death is inevitable. As I mentioned, nothing can be replaced what happened. Yet I assure their kind of dedication and their kind of spontaneity and service-minded actions and attributes is all that we can all carry in our hearts. That is what will keep us alive and their memories alive in our minds. Thank you. I call upon Mr. Shyam, the HR executive, to say his eulogy for Suman.
Good evening, all. I can't begin to express the grief which all of us are going through on the sad demise of all of these 5 lovely young men over here. For anyone over here who doesn't know Suman, he's one of the loudest one who keeps on cheering us, cheering every one of us in the event back then and throughout the whole Onam celebration. He's a kind of a soul, he expressed a kind of love which has been unconditional towards all of us. Many of us over here would have counted Suman amongst our friends for a good reason. So these were the 5 faces. When I left the Avenue Event Hall at the end of the Onam celebrations, these were the 5 faces, smiling faces, which I said a bye at the last. And none of us expected that would be the final goodbye which we had to tell to them. The smiling faces have deeply etched in my memories that I couldn't even face the mortal remains of these beautiful souls. I request every one of us over here, gathered over here, to pray for the peace of these souls and their family and members. Let them all rest in peace. Thank you.
Last but not the least, for our dear Mahesh, Aip, the HR manager, will be the best person to talk about him.
A very good evening to one and all who is gathered here along with us to pay our last respect to our dear brothers. Being in HR, not even in my wildest dreams did I think I would have to come up on stage to give a condolence message to any of our staff. But definitely God has other plans. Even though I represent the HR department for Mahesh. Mahesh was a person who had a special bond with everyone in this hospital. He had individual connections and individual bonds with a lot of other people, like individually with everyone. He was very close. So I talk here, I speak here on behalf of all of them. Mahesh joined the HR department almost 2.5 years back. Ever since, we have been very closely dealing together in our daily jobs and affairs. Firstly, it was just me and Jidin and Jeevan along with Mahesh. Then Jeevan had to leave, and then Meenu came, then Sham came, then Suman came along. This is going to be almost 2 weeks, 1 week since I got that first call. I got that call at around 10, 11, 20 like that. And I keep pinching myself, is this a bad dream? I still cannot accept, or I haven't got into that realization how this is going to be for the next, how we are going to go through this. For anyone who came to the second floor of this building, if you come out of the entrance, if you look to the left, the first face you will see is Mahesh's face. Through the door, he sits there. So anyone who came, who didn't come to HR, who came to HR, a lot of people who called me said, I have seen his face, I've seen him smile, I remember his smile. As you can see in this picture, this picture was always trademark of Mahesh, and we will miss that beautiful smile. That room, we lost two people in that room. Dr. Sharath, Jitin, Meenu, Sham and myself, we even yesterday Dr. Sharath was telling how we going to move forward from here, So also I want to add one more thing, is that when I went to Mahesh's hometown for the funeral, a lot of one thing I found out is that his friends, a lot of friends came for his funeral, from the point to collect the body. It is all friends, and then there are a lot of friends came to talk to us. That's when I understood, the importance of friends in Mahesh's life. It was, words cannot express how they were feeling. He had also offered a lot of them to come and give them job opportunities and help them in any sort of way. Words fail us at this point, like everyone rightly said. Also, I want to take this time to tell to the parents, especially Aurelia, whatever we say or do will not replace what you lost, but time will heal you along with us. And I want to thank each and everyone for coming here and being with us in this time. Thank you.
The flickering flame of the candle is a symbol of the light the loved one brought to us. Candles are a symbol of the hope and the healing and a source of comfort during the time of grief. Let's all stand up in silence, light the candles in remembrance that signifies that the memory still lives and burns brighter. Please help each other to light the candles. We can do the placing of the candles on the sand later. We have to maintain 2-minute silence first and then we will do the placing. I hope everybody's candles are lighted. Let's maintain 2-minute silence, paying respect for the departed souls. I request all of you to come forward and place the lighted candles in the place that's provided for the candles. And make a hole and then place the candles in it. I request our Vice President, Mr. Asif Mohammed, to convey our vote of thanks.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening to all. First of all, I would like to express heartfelt condolences to our colleagues. May their soul rest in peace. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Though this is condolence ceremony, we cannot wind up without vote of thanks. I would like to thank first of all to our beloved directors who stood by with us, supported, extended the beyond their support. Also, I would like to express my thanks to all the invitees who have come here and joined us today for this condolence ceremony. Also, my special thanks to BKSF and team and all the community who stood with us and supported us during this difficult time. And our thanks to all the officials, especially Indian Embassy, police, and other ministry officials, for everyone. And my very special thanks to all my loving colleagues and especially our branch managers and the senior leaders who stood with us and did all the document work, paperwork, and all the procedures done, and especially they went with them personally to reach out to their family and hand over the body. And my special thanks to all the community leaders who stood with us and supported us. Thank you for everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Those who have finished lighting the candles and placing it, kindly please move to the side so that then others can also do the same. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please go back home safe and rest well.